Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once a year, we, the people, gather from around the world to a specific spot, to a specific location, to join in on a week-long celebration. A celebration where we honor the past and its present. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? It's WrestleMania week! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! WrestleMania! Woo! WrestleMania! Woo! WrestleMania week! It's the biggest week of the year for wrestling fans. And where else but this YouTube channel are you going to get a video every day for the next 7 days leading you to this Sunday at WrestleMania 28. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, need to calm myself down. Now, for the first 3 days of WrestleMania week, I'll be talking about 3 matches that I consider to be underrated. Why 3? Because to be honest, I don't have time for more than 3. To be perfectly honest. Now, I will say that some choices you may agree with, and some you might disagree with. But no matter the reason or the case, each match that I'm going to talk about in these first 3 days are matches that I actually consider underrated. Are they for the better, or are they for the worse? Well, let's stop me talking about this, and let's jump right into it. On April 7th, 1986, WrestleMania 2 did something that had never been done before and hasn't been done since, holding an entire event in 3 different cities: Long Island, New York, Chicago, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California. Each of those 3 cities had a unique main event. In Long Island, it was the boxing match between Roddy Piper and Mr. T. In Los Angeles, it was Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy inside of a steel cage, the first and only steel cage match in WrestleMania history. And Chicago had the 20-man Battle Royal featuring the stars of the WWF and the National Football League. But it's the match after the Battle Royal that steals the show of WrestleMania 2. The British Bulldogs against Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team titles. The story to this match is this. Every time it seemed that the British Bulldogs had the champs beat, they were about to win the belts, somehow, someway, Johnny Valiant, Brutus Beefcake, or Greg Valentine would either find themselves a way to get disqualified or would cheat to win the match. However, at WrestleMania 2, this would not be the case, because there would be 2 referees, a referee inside the ring and a referee outside the ring. And to make things a little bit more interesting, not only did the British Bulldogs have their manager, Captain Lou Albano, in their corner, but they also have legendary rock star Ozzy Osbourne in their corner. Now, I have to say that this match is a fantastic tag team match. One of the best tag team matches I think that's ever happened at a WrestleMania. And it really does get lost in the mix because, number 1, of the 3 main events, and number 2, because of, where in the show it was, if you consider, it was technically in the middle of WrestleMania 2, even though, the main event had already happened, and this was like the match after the main event. But yet, this match was better than the Battle Royal. It truly was. And these 4 men put everything they had into this match. I mean, you had so many near falls, you had so much great moves, great tag team action from both teams and all 4 men that they really put their butts on the line. Now, what I truly liked about this match is the conclusion of the match. It's truly original. It hasn't been seen since. Basically, Greg Valentine has Davey Boy pinned, but he pulls him up for a 2 count. So, Valentine puts Davey Boy in a side headlock. Meanwhile, Dynamite, who's on the apron, climbs to the second rope and mentions to Davey Boy this. So Davey Boy pushes the hammer off of him into the head of Dynamite. Dynamite Kid knocks himself out, literally, and he falls all the way to the hard floor. Valentine falls on the mat. Davey Boy covers him. Beefcake attempts to come in, and the outside referee holds Beefcake back for the 1, 2, 3, and the British Bulldogs become the new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania 2. What makes this match so great, and I said it a moment ago, is the ending. It is such an unexpected ending to the match. I'm sure that many fans had thought if the Bulldogs were going to win, it was going to be either with the running power slam or with the special move where Dynamite jumps on top of one wrestler and does the headbutt on the other. Or maybe Valentine and Beefcake would find another way to win. But this ending was so good, that nobody ever saw it coming. Now, in the 1986 year-end awards for Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, this match was voted runner-up, only behind Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes, the cage match where Dusty wins the NWA Heavyweight title for the 3rd time. Now, this truly was one of, if not the best match of the WWF in all of 1986. And this really captivated the Bulldogs into one of wrestling's most legendary and successful tag teams, as they would have the belts all the way until the end of 1986. And they would have many title defenses, including Valentine and Beefcake, Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, the Funks, and perhaps their most bitter and hated rivals, the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. But it is this match, that gets overlooked, in my opinion, and is an underrated classic in WrestleMania history. This match should not be forgotten for its performance by all 4 men. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of WrestleMania week. Tune in tomorrow where I talk about a match where one wrestler's career came to an end and a nickname was born.